So in this video, drawing dynamic poses, I chose 3 poses from Pinterest, one from the anime JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and the other 2 being 2 generic foreshortened poses that I wanted to choose from. And I chose to do this one because it was kind of like, he had his hand kind of going, towards his face. And I wanted to kind of draw a lot of the hands more. I've been getting a lot of comments for, a tutorial on drawing the hands and things like that. So I just decided to draw the hand and then also add it into the pose too, and have the hand kind of, doing something weird and trying to, show how to draw it out. So this one, I drew it, the normal way where I'm just starting off the head as usual, circle for the side of the face, circle for the head. And I'm kind of just, roughing the shapes out. And sometimes I'll use box shapes, but I decide to go the circles and oval routes with these poses just to kind of get the pose down quickly, to draw it out. And also show kind of like how, even though you're drawing the circle or oval flat, you can still add lines to it to kind of, rough out to those 3D shapes to it, to bring the shapes out more. So you see I drew the shape out, the circle, and the shoulder there. And I'm adding in the cylinder to rough out the arm, just drawing it in quickly. And since it's more of a side view, side views are a little easier to do. So right now I'm drawing in the hand, and I'm trying to figure out where the hand is, just to kind of measure out where it is. That way it's kind of like you're drawing it out or drawing the shape out, and then you can kind of just work the shapes around that because you already know how far the distance is from the hand, towards, the face or whatever. So sometimes I'll draw the shape for the hand first, and I'll just add the cylinder for the arm. Or sometimes I'll do the cylinder for the arm and then just draw the hand out. It all depends. So I'm adding in the fingers. The fingers are kind of almost touching the face, bent in different directions. And you see I'm using my same method I've been using all the time in videos, where I draw 3 cylinders for each finger, or for each of the pieces of the finger. And you're kind of like you're breaking it up. And breaking it up is the easy way to show the finger, bending. And sometimes I'll draw squares, sometimes, depending on how I'm drawing the hand. If the hand is coming at you, I'll draw it as squares, just because, when it's foreshortened in a certain way, I may draw squares just to kind of show it better when I'm drawing it out and filling it in. See, I'm adding in that, breaking it apart, adding the cylinders as I go. You draw one cylinder, draw a second cylinder, the third cylinder will be bending, and depending on how far the finger is bending, you kind of go off of that. And the thumb is hidden behind that palm, so didn't really have to draw that. Now just darkening the shapes, just so you can see a little bit better. Darkening the circle for the body. Now for this one, I chose like a random picture off of Pinterest, and I said, let me pick another one that's kind of like a perspective pose. So I wanted to try to pick some of the hard ones, only because I like to draw the hard poses. I find that drawing the harder ones is easier to learn, because you're trying to, the more you're trying to figure it out, the more knowledge you get for drawing these poses in those positions. I like to do the hard ones rather than doing the easy ones. So I start out with the head, then a circle for the shoulder, a circle for the body. I put the circle there because the circle, the shoulder is kind of going up, so I place the circle like kind of below that, the head. And of course, since it's a slightly female pose, I widen the hip anyway because of the perspective, but also because it's a female pose or female character. So yeah, kind of widen the hips, and that little center line from the back. It's kind of going down to rough out the shape, so you can figure out where the crease is. I'm adding in the leg. The legs are pretty straightforward. You can kind of just rough that in there. Since the bottom is pretty not really visible, I'm adding in that cylinder for the arm. And you see, as you add in the shapes, you're overlapping them as you go down. Create that first cylinder and go down for that second cylinder for the second part of the arm or the forearm. Adding in the hand. So I'm trying to figure out how big the hand will be. So yeah, I kind of just rough the shape out. And I always rough out the shape and I draw those circles for the knuckles. Circles, I'll place circles for knuckles just so I can know where the fingers are going to go. And then I just start to draw the fingers off of those. Just see me adding them right now, drawing the circles. And I kind of just break the cylinders off of that. As I'm going down, how far it goes, just adding those cylinders. It's kind of the easiest way to draw hands is just drawing those cylinders out. I mean, no matter how they look or how messed up they look, you just draw out the cylinders, because this whole thing you're going to erase slightly anyway and then go over it to add details. So this is like the mess around period. Just take it, figure it out, and when you start to add details to it, erase it up and start adding details to it. And even then, when you're detailing it, you can still erase it to fix things as you go. I'm adding in the lines for the knuckles going up. And with this one, the thumb is hidden on the other side of the wrist. I mean, on the other side of the palm. Talking to the other area up. And I'm drawing in the other hand further in, so it's a little bit smaller. And I'm kind of just lightly roughing the shapes in there just to kind of see and get a feel for how far it is, the distance. So I'm drawing in, adding in that palm, drawing the thumb. And it's another method I like to do also when I'm drawing hands. I like to add that little the part inside the palm, like the big layer on the top, and then the other layer on the bottom where that attaches to the thumb. I like to kind of draw that in, especially when you're drawing the hand from the bottom side. Now with this, because the hand the fingers are kind of in a claw motion, I'll draw the top of it first and then work my way down. That's the easiest way I like to do the hands. It's kind of like the claw motion. Darkening some of the lines. Now with this one, I had it was a few poses I was like this, and I saw this one. I said, well, let me do this one since he has his hand, also coming out at you. So I decided to draw this one. Now this one the same way. I start out with the head, circle on the side. I kind of just add like a little triangle for where the nose is. And the neck is going down as usual. I think I mentioned before in my other videos where I like to draw the neck all the way down, and then you kind of just, draw the circle over that, because the neck always is going to go down depending on the angle of the head. Because when you start to fill it in and details, you can easily cover that up. Just add a circle for the shoulder. It's kind of like a weird pose of him. I guess he's levitating the glasses, so I wanted to kind of So let me draw one of these, kind of like a motion that you can add to where if you're changing it up and maybe he's using his powers or something like that a different way. I'm just adding in the rib cage. Now I'm drawing in that the hand, since the hand is the largest part on the bottom of that left arm. I kind of just drew the hand out, or like a outline of the shape of where the hand would be, just so I can kind of measure out how big it's going to be. And as usual, draw those circles for where the knuckles are. I made like a couple of arches. And I'm just drawing the cylinders out. And I'm just drawing the cylinders, following, where the fingers are going. You see, I make like a little arch in the circle. And I start to kind of work my way from that. It's almost like you're figuring out, like kind of seeing what the shape of a 3D, what a finger would be, if it's in 3D space, drawing a cylinder. You're kind of just taking that, breaking it apart, and, forming the finger with it. And if you draw enough of these, it'll be easy to come out. But when you do it for the first time, it's always gonna, look weird or funny. And you just gotta, practice and do it often, and it'll stick on you. I'm adding in the back of the hand, from knuckle going down. I'm adding in the thumb on the other side. Figuring out the position of the shapes as I'm working my way up. Just darken it up a little bit more so my brain doesn't get too confused. I added the back of the where his I guess it's his elbow, or at least part of the jacket. I'm adding the other side. I guess you can kind of take this and put like he's levitating 2 fireballs or something. I'm adding the palm. I mentioned before how I like to draw the thickness of the thumb and the palm as I'm working my way up to the fingers. You see I'm still breaking it apart. Drawing each finger, breaking it apart, trying to figure out, the bend of the finger. And that's my special method for drawing the finger, figuring out the bend of the finger and trying to draw the bend of the finger. I know sometimes it's hard to draw that bend on the finger. I'm adding that thumb, darkening some of the lines up. But that's it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment for any other things you want to see. Take care.